Também outros se passaram a ir ao vosso encontro.
I've known that I wanted to go to World Youth Day since I was a freshman in high school, because my older sister went to World Youth Day back in 2016 when it was in Poland, and she was also like just graduated from UST, and she talked about her experience. It sounded beautiful, and I was like, I want to experience that. What I really wanted to get out of it was kind of like grow in my faith. I feel like everyone says that, but because I've had this foundation at UST where like I learn about my faith in school. Like we literally have to take theology classes and stuff. So I think for me, World Youth Day is kind of like that push into the real world that I kind of needed, just to like continue my faith and like say like, okay, I can do this by myself. I don't need like a school to back me up. It wasn't until that first day of the actual World Youth Day event and at the Welcome Mass, and like seeing everyone all together, like there for the same purpose, like trying to find whatever we need in our faith life, like that was like the, okay, yeah, I'm supposed to be here, I'm meant to be here. Like I remember like once we actually started making it into the crowd, I was like, where am I? What is this? Like it didn't feel real. And I feel like we didn't even like get to see everything because we were always like in the back, but like looking at it, like it didn't feel real to me. I'm kind of short, so like I was never actually able to see like over anybody. I either had to like be on my tippy toes or like hold my phone up with my camera to like see like what am I looking at. So it was overwhelming because I couldn't see majority of the time.
But what's something that has been, as we're thinking sort of, maybe like an answer to any of our three main questions, right? Like somewhere where you've seen Jesus in a way you didn't expect. Or when you're like, oh, gain some self-knowledge. Could be like a happy self-knowledge, like, wow, that's really great. Or it could be like me without sleep is like, I become a jerk face. You know what I mean? Like that. Or like something that you're noticing about the church. So maybe one of the places that you saw kind of one of those answers to that question, or got like a different insight into the answer to one of those questions.
I think for me, I like really like found God or found Jesus like in the people that were like taking lead and like guiding us through the metros, because I would never be able to do that by myself. Like we were going up and down inside of it, and it was just like really confusing for me. So I was like, thank you to everybody that had that knew what they were doing, because I definitely would have gotten lost. Because it was a pilgrimage, I had to keep telling myself like to not complain when like it was super hot or when we had to keep walking, because I'm a big complainer. Like I don't like the heat. I get tired easily. So I remember again walking to the Vigil, like I was not having it. It was bad. Like the heat was so bad that day. I feel like it was the worst out of all of them. And I remember telling myself like, I want to go. Like I don't want to be here. Like it was the heat talking, but still. And then I remember telling myself like, this, I shouldn't be complaining. And I remember like just like praying a couple of Hail Marys, and that kind of like helped me calm down. So it was a lot of like just like reminding myself to like not complain. Like this is a sacrifice, it's a pilgrimage. Like it's not for me, but like for the greater good, I guess. A lot of my thoughts going into World Youth Day, like about like being a teacher and stuff, is like failing in this profession, and then also just having a lot of doubt of like, you know, am I gonna be good at this? Am I gonna be able to like actually teach these kids? And then also like just a lot of fear of, again, just not being good at it. I think that was the main cross that I was like holding on to going into the trip, and that I was carrying. But I don't know, I think that mindset has changed for me a lot. Like now that like we're back from this trip, and like after all the like addresses that Pope Francis made to us, like the main thing that stuck out to me, he said, don't be afraid. And I feel like now coming back, every now and then I'm like, oh, like I'm scared, but then I like quickly like tell myself, no, I'm not. Like God's got me, so I got this. And then also, I remember at the Vigil, he's like, if you fall, like just get right back up, like rise up from it. And it's crazy because like everything that I came into this like thinking like, oh, I'm not good at this, I'm gonna like fail, like Pope Francis literally like reassured me. I feel like I'm more confident going into what I'm gonna start in my life. And I do feel like my faith is stronger right now. I'm just, try to like, I guess find like that balance of like starting this like new career, but also like continuing in my faith.
World Youth Day is a labor of love. It is a pilgrimage, and it is an incredible experience of God's love for us and for others. And it's an opportunity to put yourself in an uncomfortable space where you know that, if you pass out, if you don't have enough water, you'll be fine because someone is there to help. But it's an opportunity to step outside of yourself, outside of your comfort zone, outside of your bubble, outside of the blessings that you've been given right now, and witness how God is working in other people's lives. Witness how God blesses other people. So it's an opportunity to witness God's love in other people's lives, to witness the universal church in a very real, pointed way, to witness the youth of the church, the hope of the church. We hear all the time that, young people just don't care anymore. They don't want to get confirmed, or they don't care about going to RCIA. They don't care about going to their theology classes. But the church is alive, and it's beautiful, and it's young, and it's growing, and it's not stopping because God loves. God's love does not stop. So if you're looking for a way to experience the universal church, for a way to see how God is working in your life through other people, this is the trip for you. If you're feeling lonely in your faith, if you're feeling like you're not doing enough, or if you feel like you're doing so much and nobody else is doing enough, this is the trip for you. This is the humbling experience that you need to know that you're valuable, you're enough. God loves you right now, and He's calling you right now to be a saint, to be a holy person, to chase your vocation, and to love those around you.